Hello everyone, Porky here, back with another sort of Convallaria drama. So today we'll look at the Per Platypus tournament, go through an overview of how the tournament went, and I'll just let you, the viewers, judge the situation. So let's go through a brief overview of the tournament. We do have the challenge bracket here. So 173 players, single elimination, best out of 2 matches, your account level 55 or more, and maximum of 3 legendaries per team. This is the full bracket. You can stalk people like how they did. Here I am. I lost in round 4, which was the top 32. And yeah, it's just a lot of players signed up for this tournament. He has put more rules in here. The sooner you finish the matches, the better. To try to keep them within 24 to 48 hours once the bracket is updated. And yeah, everyone started posting their wins, reacting to it, and everyone pretty much started hiding their teams because they didn't want other players to look at what strategy they used to beat them, like what sort of like some strats are just one trick ponies. So if the opponent counters it, you're pretty much done. Like for example, let's talk about our favorite game, Pokemon. Like if you have a really insane, full mono fire team, and then someone knows that you're playing that fire team and decides to play a full water team, they'll probably just demolish your team straight away, and you don't really have a counter for that. But that's just sort of simplifying things there, and yeah, just everyone's just been worried about their team being leaked. But our organizer, Per Platypus, he didn't like that. So let me have a look at what other announcements. His announcements are, let's say, it's quite over the place. So yeah, so he told us about the payouts. It's a very big tournament with 600 USD there on the line. Now, where was the actual announcement? Like, he should have had like a proper announcements channel with all the information on the tournament. Alright, so this was about XD providing prizes. So the top 4 getting the figure standees. Top 5 to 8 will be getting these tin badges. And the 9 to 16 will be getting these pixel standees. So sponsored by XD Entertainment, but they'll all be in the Chinese logo. So he made a different change here. It'll be bumped. The time requirement would be bumped to 24 hours to keep the tournament at a reasonable pace. If you hit top 16, please hold off. He wants to live stream some of the matches there. And there's a big prize structure here. So first prize, that's about 200 USD, 100 USD, 50, 25, and then like 15 or something like that. And then there was a big confirmation about the top 16 on the 22nd of September. So looking at the dates, if we're going to go with the 22nd of September, that should mean that top 8 will be on the 23rd, top 4, 24th, and then top 2, and it'll be finished by Thursday, 26th of September. It's still dragging out. We don't even know whether the finals has been finalized yet. And even if they spent 2 days, top 8, top 4, top 2, that should have been all done on the weekend. So what's been happening? Well, we do have some juicy news. So let's review what actually happened in this super secret chat. So this is out of public eye, out of the community's judgment. Let's see what really happened. So he didn't like showing what units were used and forcing that decision because he didn't think people will hide their teams. He didn't consider they were hiding from the results page, and now it'll always be mandatory to share. Having people not trying to get matches shown on video and having teams out there, it's not helpful to the community. So having the prize actually made people want to metagame outside of matches, which is not what I want. Well, you started it. We got all these high prizes. Obviously, people will want to try and get these prizes. He wants the events open, strategy to be shared and talked about. But what about this secret chat? Nobody's really seen it. I don't want secrets to be part of it, which I see the large prize pool might make impossible. It's too sweaty for an unofficial community event. And he just keeps making, various announcements, various changes, and we'll just go through them one by one. New rule, if you start your matches, you can't take more than 15 minutes between matches. People should not be tweaking teams for over an hour between matches. Well, that's fair. You don't want people spending time to be like, oh, what's the counter strat against that team? And trying to raise different units up just to counter the enemy team. And they're stopping with the disqualifications. We're not going to disqualify this deep in over being a bit late to the matches, but do try to respect other people's time. Disqualification is more early round to make people keep things moving. Yeah, that makes sense. And further on, we discuss about ACAMBE. I think we should decide if ACAMBE is allowed or not. So they think it's going to be delayed until it's ACAMBE. This was on the 23rd. ACAMBE is on the 27th. Surely the matches will be finished by then. Per Platypus, I take it he is allowed. He isn't in the game, but once he is, then sure. Alright. So that's confirmed. It's not like a normal announcement, it's just a standard reply. You have to be active, read the secret chat to know what's up. So Ravager on the 26th, he's been a bit worried about his matches. His opponent didn't come back to him. Let's see who he was faced against. Alright, so it was this match, Ravager versus Sturby. And yeah, he was just waiting for his matches. So, Knight, you reached out 5+ times. Not much you can do. Yeah, I mean, if someone's not responding, they're delaying their matches, what can you do? And Brutal Felix is he's stalling for that ACAMBE tech to release tomorrow on the 27th. Yeah, because Sturby said here on the 23rd, he thought ACAMBE was allowed, so he was probably cooking some big, massive ACAMBE strat and delaying his match until he gets ACAMBE. There's just a few loopholes there. So that's just Jason T talk about their times, and then Per Platypus is we gotta keep ACAMBE out of the tournament. I'm not sure if that was said before. It gives too big of advantage to someone who wants to spend to get him leveled up and see the winnings as a refund almost. This was not mentioned. In fact, you said the opposite. 100% agree to keep him out for the same reasons about sticking to the old map, about fairness and consistency. I was probably not thinking clearly. Sorry I said that, but we should for sure keep ACAMBE out. And as usual, this was an actual announcement. It's alright, we're just going to decide ACAMBE is out now. So poor Sturby, his ACAMBE tech can't be used. There was also the new map that came out with the Clash release, the big mine map. So it will introduce new mechanics, new lineup, and free-to-play without disadvantage. And yeah, there was just a big vote, which was 4 for and 4 against the new map. Deciding vote should be Per Platypus. So Per Platypus voted the old map. Easy for the viewer and fairness, so people don't think they could have won with the new map. Alright, so that's the new map decided, which, makes sense because you started the tournament up with the old map and, everyone's just been sort of sticking with the same teams. And if you're switching to the unit map, especially the free-to-play players, they might have to, build up different units for the new map. Alright, so this comment was Shishiga versus Sturby. So Shishiga is chasing up Sturby about when the match will be. They were versing each other in the semi-finals, and yeah, it's been delayed. So Sturby managed to delay it until, like, you know, around the 27th when ACAMBE released, and Sushiga's like, alright, time to start our match. Okay, it's 5 AM, I'm about to sleep. Let me know when's a good time for you. 12 to 16 hours from now. 12 hours will be 1 AM, which is a bit late. Do you have any time range you'll be available? If so, let me know and I'll pick whichever works best for me. And yeah, no response there. And yes, Sturby, are you available? Okay, heading to bed now. Let me know if you have another time range you'll be available. Ping me again when you wake up. Might still be awake. It's 7:30. I'm out to dinner. And then, yeah, he just posted his match. 2-0 versus Sushiga. But wait. Sturby hasn't actually been posting his teams. Like, Per Platypus made it mandatory for people to not hide the teams from the results page. And actually, the contestants found out that Sturby was actually using Leonide, and they only really found out from Per Platypus' video showing Leonide. Like, you could see before, look, on the 23rd, Jace versus Narwhal, they had their teams up. Brutal Felix versus Knight Joanna, they had their teams up. Corin versus Monkey, they had their teams up. Everyone's been showing their teams except for Sturby. Why is he the exception here? Like, what is he hiding? And now to the finals. Per Platypus here says he wants to live stream it. It's only from one perspective for the finals. But yeah, it's a bad timing because they're in the US, Sturby is in Australia. So get a time locked in ASAP. This was on the 28th of September. And we already had the finals decided. So yeah, you'll expect the match to happen, you know, in 1 to 2 days. And then we have T reaching out on the 29th. When do you want to do the finals? If you guys want to do it today, I'm pretty much down any time. Today works for me. But where is Sturby? Sturby more than likely won't be back until 2 in the morning. He's most likely asleep now. Worst case, we don't have a live. Wisest option is, from now on, is a restricted time frame and finish it within 1 to 2 days. If people can't meet the time requirements, they shouldn't join or they'll get disqualified. It's nice to try and include everyone, but it can be a slog to get things done and makes the momentum fall off when the tourney goes too long. So it's better to make big ones once in a while thing and certain regional ones as normal. And T here being open here with positive intent. I second Jace's thoughts. I'll say it's less about the volume of participants and more about the long waiting time between each round, sometimes even between individual matches, causing the tourney to drag on indefinitely. Might be room for clearer, stricter time requirements to keep things moving next time. Painfully slow pace of getting rounds scheduled timely. Overall length of the tourney has taken its toll on the experience for me. It's about 2 weeks long for the tournament, with long wait times from round to round, and he feels fatigued and drained. And 29th, just woke up. I won't be free today, but if we could schedule time, that would be great. But he didn't propose the time. And even now, today is the 2nd of October. I believe they haven't actually had their matches yet. So maybe it'll get done sometime today. But guess what happens at the start of the month? Everything resets. So is this another stall? Like, you know, with the resets, you can get more resources, get more gear. I just don't know. What's... Like, from what I can see, it just feels like Sturby has been stalling quite a bit. Some rules, you know, showing the teams having more restricted times. Things are just not being enforced. Like, what I feel is, being a tournament organizer, you need to show a degree of accountability and responsibility. And you need to be clear about your actions and your announcements. Like every announcement should be part of like, you know, maybe some sort of announcement channel tagging everyone in this actual tournament. And whatever rules you make, you should either stick to them, or I mean, if you change them, make sure you let everyone know. And if people don't follow the rules, then they should be penalized or disqualified. Why are we making so much exceptions? I know this is going to be like, you know, a very big tournament, very big rewards, but part of this is we'll have these bigger expectations. So I guess that's it for the review of the tournament. Per Platypus probably would show us the finals very shortly. We'll see how the finals went. And yeah, just judge the situation for yourselves. What do you guys think about this tournament? Leave your thoughts down below, and we'll see you next time.